Hello everybody, it's Foxy speaking, and welcome to another episode of Foxy's Fun Inspirational Chats. And today I will be your host. In this episode is about a cat who is interested in frogs and frog-like behaviour. The cat's name was Franklin, but he sometimes went by the nickname Frog Cat. And Frog Cat, although his real name is Franklin, was interested in frogs. He was very interested, all the more in frogs. Because he took such an interest in frogs, his owner, a little boy, whose name was George, he used to put a little lily pad mat on the floor and a blue blanket as if it's the water stream, and another green mat as a lily pad. Frog Cat used to just jump on the lily pads one after the other. My, didn't Frog Cat used to enjoy it, and he would never tire of doing it. Even when he went out on his hunting alone, or if he went out into the garden alone, he'd go further afield. But he wasn't into hunting, he was into observing things. And would just, every time he went out on his own into the garden, he would always stop and see whatever frog lake he could come to, a lake where there were frogs. And he would just sit and watch what the frogs did. It always brought Frog Cat some interest. But one day, Frog Cat was in a silly mood. Eventually, he jumped onto a lily pad and it ended up into the stream. Struggling to swim back up, he managed to get to the riverbank and just rushed out of the stream, soaking wet, sadly. Meow! Meow! Not fun, Frog Cat exclaimed. He did not like the inside of a frog stream. He much preferred the blanket and the lily pad mats. The frogs were surprised to have seen Frog Cat jump on the lily pad to try and be a frog, but they knew he didn't mean anything painful or anything seriously bad. So, Frog Cat, shaking himself clean, decided to wave a paw to the frogs to express he was sorry. But the frogs forgave him, thank goodness. But thankfully the frogs forgave him. And Frog Cat felt assured that he was forgiven. But when Frog Cat came back home to his owner George, the little boy, George was surprised to see what Frog Cat looked like, all wet. His fur was wet. Frog Cat, George asked in surprise, what happened to you? Meow, 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 Frog Cat said. You tried to jump into a frog lake, didn't you? George asked his cat, Frog Cat. Meow, meow, Frog Cat said in response. So without further ado, Frog Cat reluctantly let his owner George rub him with a towel until he was clean and more dry. And once he was more dry, Frog Cat began to jump on his lily pad mats and river-like blanket, even though it was not the real water. And so ever since Frog Cat's accident, although he dreams to try and be a frog and see what it's like to be a frog in real life, Frog Cat now knows that it's not very wise for a cat to jump on a frog's lily pad, because he would fall into the water and potentially drown. That would never do, would it? But Frogcat, despite his incident he had at that point, he still loves and will relish, and always does relish, the thrill in seeing frogs leaping on lily pads whenever he's going out. The end. Thanks all indeed for watching, everybody. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. And thanks for watching, everybody. Ta-ta, another time. From Foxy.